by now why I'm leaving YouNow. Now, I know a lot of people will start hating on me. I know a lot of people will start boasting about things that don't matter. Will start yelling to try to leave me from my opinion. But you know what? I'm not going to leave my opinion. And my opinion, and I know my gut is my gut, and I got to trust whatever I want to do to be happy. Now, don't mind what my hair looks like. Don't mind what my shirt looks like with the designs on it. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, I may look kind of weird right now. Yeah, but you're judging. Alright? If you're going to hate on what I'm about to say just because of what I look like, you're judging. You're judgmental, and you should just leave this broadcast right now. Because I'm not going to deal with a bunch of assholes that will just yell at me and scream at me for no reason. Just because of what I look like. Does it look like I'm talking? Yeah. Why are you going to judge me because I look like it? Okay, well, that was not even what I was talking about. Second of all, that was nothing to do with what I was saying. So, please, just leave if you don't want to hear this. If you're still hating it, then just leave, okay? It's your invitation. I didn't give you an invitation to stay on this broadcast forever. It's your choice. It's not my choice who watches this broadcast. I mean, go ahead. But for the people that actually do listen to me, I thank you so much. I don't want to leave you now. And my part of my mind, like on this side, it will say yes, do it. This side will say no. Yeah, I know. I just started, but listen. I've been doing YouTube and stuff like this for about 15 years, well, over that. Here's the thing. I don't know whether I should quit, but I'm just saying I'm going to be taking a break. I'm getting bored. And that's just my opinion. And it's okay. I mean, nobody says that my opinion is not going to hurt anybody. I mean, yeah, it may hurt some people. But not hurting anybody to just say what I think is right. Now, I have the right to disperse my opinion to the world. And if you don't like it, then don't like it, okay? Okay, you have the right to believe that I'm mean, that I'm a person. Go ahead. You have the right to. It's not right to think as that if you know they're not such acts to be like that. Like, you know? It doesn't make sense. This isn't going right. I just with my true personality. Way to look at in my head, not what's over there, not what's on my, not what my. We have to focus on what I'm fully saying, to understand what my life is, what I have to do, and many people don't. And I hate sitting here, and I actually am thinking of what I'm saying this time. I'm not a blah blah. Okay? Yes, I do ramble, but I don't realize it, and it's hard for me, and I'm getting help for that. Now, the reason I tagged this as tag YouTuber was because I can. Nobody says I can't do it in my life. I can choose whether. Nobody says I can't put that there. Okay? Is there a restriction on the rules saying that? No. You can pick whatever tag you want and say whatever you want. As long as it has something to do with the tag, but if it doesn't, then whatever. I mean, you still have fun either way. I know, this is not a civics lesson. I honestly don't have any civics yet. I'm just a freshman. I'm almost done with school. Sophomore in September. A lot has happened between embarking from 8th grade to 9th grade, and it's been truly a big experience, and I just want to share about it. Like, my whole view of high school, what I thought, was nothing. Okay, that's usually what happens. You think, but there's some things that don't really go your way, you know? It happens, so. Well, the main reason I'm making this broadcast is to let the world know, you know what, if you don't want to watch my broadcast, go ahead, don't watch it. I mean, it's your choice. Cool. At least some people will know what I'm talking about. And last night, I'm so happy I had 10 views. But I'm getting to the point where I can't do this anymore. I can't take the fucking stress, guys. And I hate swearing because there's a lot of young people on this site. I wanted to become partnered. You know, it's my decision whether I want to be happy or not. And our teacher's retiring. Yeah, well, she's doing it to be happy. You don't have to stick around to do something you don't want to do. If you feel like it's controlling your life, that you can't, that it's, if you're doing something like this, say if I have something I gotta do, like a job, this is taking away from it, and well, it's your choice whether you still want to put time and effort into this, then just watch your job go by. And when you lose this opportunity, you're gonna regret that you do this. And it's like, you gotta make these kind of decisions, because you never know what's gonna happen. You're part of every single step that makes the future and the present. And if you fix one thing, it's like it happens, you know? Whatever happens, happens. And it's not your fault. The other person has to realize what your choices are so they can make the good choices, not the bad. And if they think that you're the bad person, they're going to act like the bad person. And if you're going to be the bad person, you got to act like the good person. Show them that you are yourself. Don't let them be the person that brings you down, that controls your life. They may think that they're not hurting you, but they really are, guys. And that's what I feel like when people talk to me. They hurt me to the point where I can't stand it. I try to get my opinion, and it's hard. Many don't understand me because I'm different. Many just think that I have a regular brain like you. So you know what? I was born different with autism and stuff like that. So you don't have the right to fucking just be mean. Like, you don't know what my life is like. Yeah, I may be different on screen, but I'm way different than text, and I am now. I'm a way nicer person if you were to be here right now on the screen. I am. And you can ask anybody who knows me in person about that. I'm way different. Obviously, you can't say whether I'm me or not if you haven't spent one day with me. One day, yeah. I mean, you haven't seen me throughout my whole life. If you were to spend every single week with me, every single month, you've known a person for 4 years, let that guy over, it really, really pisses me off. And I know I have one view, it's pretty sad. But nobody wants to hear my complaining anymore, so that's cool. I mean, I could care less. I'm not trying to, you know, let down everybody, but I'm not going to give up for something that I want to do to make me happy, to benefit. I am sick of people asking me, you know, I was going to do a good stream today, but then I thought to myself, what am I doing? I really sat down and looked at my life and said, you know what? I really fucked up, you know? I mean, I gave my girlfriend's number out, and I just have to look up and do all these things. Like, it's gonna come back to you, and I'm not gonna fix it unless I do the right thing. And I know that swearing is not the right thing. You're supposed to maintain a balanced conversation with somebody. You're supposed to talk to them peacefully. It's like, why are you violent? Why are you fucking yelling at him? Like, goddamn, like, a boyfriend. It's like my life has just turned around and came right back at me in the ass and said, you know what? You ain't gonna get back up, but I'm gonna get back up. I have the power to have what it takes. That if somebody shot me right now, I'd be able to get back up and hit them right back. And I have that power. You can't just sit down and let people smush you in the ground. You gotta tell yourself to get up, to do what you want. Don't let people control your life. And that's basically where this video, and I mean, whatever stream is. And yeah, some days I'm happy, some days I'm not. Well, what have I been mostly? Depressed, sad, angry, annoyed, misunderstood by many people. And many people don't understand what it's like to live in a house with 8 siblings. And I know a lot of you do. But have you been adopted? Do you know what it's like to not live with your mother? No. You don't know shit. But you assume. And when you assume and think of things, you don't know what's true. If it's on text, you don't know if it's true. Okay, if I text you, hi, what's up? I'm in Walmart right now. You don't know that. And yet I'm broadcasting this, and some people do know the truth. But I don't. I don't have enough evidence to rely on your source for credibility to trust it. You know what I mean? I know, this is like a fucking classroom almost, but still. I have to explain a lot of things in order to get my opinion across, and this is how my mind works. And this is how I get my point across. And if I can't do it in this order, it's just how I work. And it's my copyright. This is my stream. And once I publish it, it's my video. And nobody else can just take it and manipulate it to the point where I don't sound crazy. But I do. And I don't. And I'm turning fucking retarded. No, I'm not retarded, but I feel like I'm being brainwashed. I'm turning into somebody that I didn't think I was going to be. It's like, I don't know what's going on. I think that the right thing to do is here. But if it's not working, it's not going to work. Now, I am done. Okay, nobody ever listens. Especially, like, one viewer. Like, come on. You know what, guys? I've had a fun time on YouNow, but I have not seen it. I just really don't feel like I'm getting my message across. Yes, I've had fun, but not fun enough. Yeah, you're spoiled. I'm not spoiled. I appreciate that most people don't have a phone, alright? Most people don't have the ability to text and call. Some people don't even have bathrooms, public transportation, don't have access to water. And that's really a global issue right now in South Africa. They have pumps that make them water. Like, there's people that live in shantytowns that don't have sanitized rooms, that are unsanitary, that have AIDS, and people don't even, like, just the smallest ability to not live in an environment where it's clean water, fresh air. A lot of pollutants are put into the air, and it's like, someday this world is just gonna be a big wasteland of brownfield, and, well, whose fault is that? Ours. We're the ones that have been consuming all this oil, putting it in. We're like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Like, yeah, bullshit. One day, there is gonna be something that just really hits us in the ass. Well, it's like this. Well, you do this now, watch what we'll do. So the earth is being sickening. The earth does not even look healthy. I mean, I go outside every day and, like, just, I don't understand what life is anymore. If you ain't having fun, what's a world? What's a world without somebody spending time? What's a world where I have to literally bust my ass to just talk about the same thing over and over again? I don't want to do that, honestly, but if I have to do it to get your guys' attention, then yeah. And sometimes people don't know what I'm talking about, so, I mean, I'll do it for you guys. I'll do it because I want people to know what I'm talking about. That I'm not alone on this case right here. That, yeah, I may seem who you think I seem, that I didn't express myself good enough to imply your brain on thinking how I work, but in my mind, it's not like that. It's in different forms, you know? I may seem like, what the fuck is you guys talking about? But do I have the time to waste my breath talking about a subject that nobody is going to even comprehend with and talk about? They're just going to sit here and be like, yep, I went on this for what? I mean, there's always a reason you go into this broadcast, and you always are going to get something out of it. It's like whatever you put in, there's something that's going to come out. Like, not to be misconfused by scientific meanings, but still, you don't just interpret and think that everything you say is true. I mean, just because you think of somebody as a bad person doesn't necessarily mean that they're really bad. I mean, if you haven't even known them for long enough, I mean, yeah, on text, but go back on text. They could have been lying. You don't have enough evidence to prove their point. You don't have a picture to look at. Oh, I went to the mall yesterday. Anybody can do that. I can go in and pretend I went to the mall and say that, and they'll be like, okay, sure. But do you have enough information? You gotta know the person in person, really. And you can't just trust somebody like, yeah, okay, he said on text, like, he's going somewhere. It doesn't mean that it's true. Do you see a photo of him going there? No. They could easily be lying, and that's why I don't like texting. It doesn't give me that, yeah, I know this guy is actually reliable, which is why it's kind of bad to text now that I think of it, because you want people that you can trust, and if you don't trust people, you don't want to be talking to those people that you don't trust, because most of the times, if they're lying to you and you find that they're lying, that they're just going to say that because they think that, oh, you're not going to know. I'm always going to know when somebody lies, because I've done it myself, and I know that when you lie, eventually you're going to get caught. There's always going to be some form of evidence knowing that you lied. And if you just, go ahead, but I'm not going to do it. It doesn't mean I'm going to just say whatever you say. I want to be my own person. I want to express my rights to people so they know that maybe there has never been a person that talks about it. That's good. Alright? Maybe I want somebody to know what it's like. Because I'm a person too. I count. Everybody has a voice. Everybody has an opinion. You know? And did anybody say I can't upload this video? Does anybody ever say I can't talk? Well, if I was talking to like an adult and I'm being rude, yeah, but I'm not talking to my parents. I'm not talking to myself. I am talking to the world right now. Whenever I go on this broadcast, I let the world know what I'm doing. That means anybody could track what I'm doing. Anybody could find where my location. That's like, you have to put these things at risk. And you do put your life at risk, whether it's getting up every day. You never know who's watching you. Now, I know. There was an act, I think, a long time ago. People used to just be able to barge in, you know. But now that there's a bunch of things that happen, like 9/11, there's a bunch of security that you have to follow. Do you really think that nobody's going to know that you're lying? I mean, even if you say, oh, yeah, you're at Walmart. Well, bitch, what if somebody else found out that, where does your text go? It goes to a tower and it sends. Now, if enough people were to send enough text, they can intercept the feed and figure out if you're lying or not. I mean, whenever you send a text, it goes to your local town, whatever. So, it's easily, if you were texting somebody else, in order for that text to be sent, you need to have a tower or whatever. Now, I've always wondered that, but I figured it out. If a text can get to a person in 2 seconds, then how, they could people can easily just fake a text. Like, they can get an app, they can spoof it. Type in your number. I could do that. Make it look like me. Here's the thing. With all those people that put me on voicemail, do you really think that I know that, well, you could easily just put a text, right? And schedule it to send to me at a certain time. Making me believe. But I know all your little damn tricks. All your little nooks and crannies that you guys do. It's fucking annoying. Just because, I'm 15 doesn't give you. I mean, it does. You can do whatever the fuck you want. No, you don't. You can't. There's things that you must follow to keep us safe, to make us so that we don't have to get out and restrain you for a certain ability. Like, I don't want to have to talk about things that I don't want to talk about, but if I have to absolutely talk about them to a certain extent, then yes. I mean, why not? I have my own opinion, yet it's not okay to just say harassing things, yell, swear. Is that a form of abuse? Yes, it is, guys. And many people don't understand that abuse is illegal. Domestic violence is not to be tolerated. And it goes against a lot of the YouNow guidelines. And I've seen a lot of fucking weird-ass people, and I'm sorry for my language, but I know there's a lot of people that are young on the site sometimes, but I'm just expressing how I feel right now. That it's a word how I can express my feelings through emotions and thought, that it's hard for me, you know? And YouNow gives me a really good idea of how to do that. But at the same time, when people don't listen, when people just think that, oh, yeah, shucks, gonna go to the next person, it's rude. And have you ever been at the point where maybe you were ignored? Maybe you were the one who wasn't listened to, bullied on? I mean, everybody's gotten like that before. Everybody's been pushed around at least some point in their life. And don't say you can't, because when you cry, babies cry. And doubt me, might not. You're always going to have a first time to everything, and it's never going to go your way as planned. And that's kind of how I like to express things. When you have a thing, right? When you do something, right? How about that? You do something, say if it's biking, running, hiking, whatever it is. You do it. And you don't do it well at the first. Because you're just learning, you know? You're just approaching a new life. Now, when you're born, it's like, you don't know what's going on. You're just like, wow, this is a new experience. For everybody, life has been a weird experience, and it's not like I'm living the dream of everybody's life. It's like life is just how you picture it being. And maybe you are the one to make it happen. I mean, it's my body. I don't know what everybody else is thinking. I'm just trapped inside this body. I don't know what the fuck's happened. I don't know how I got in here. Maybe that the storybooks are lies, but how do you think my brain was made? Do you really think that a DNA is just gonna build? No. I mean, it's weird, but there has to be some sort of twist behind it. I mean, how do we know if our arms are our arms? How do we specifically know for a fact that it is our fingers? We don't. I mean, there isn't a scientific reasoning to why we call them fingers. It's like saying, you haven't discovered a part of your body, an ability. We have the ability to go like this. I mean, we have the ability to go like this, pick up something and hold it in our hand. Some people might not have that ability. You have superpowers, but you haven't unlocked them yet. That means you have to find your potential. Anything's possible. You can walk on fire. It takes a lot of concentration, and everything on this earth is energy. Meaning, I have energy, I'm made up of energy, we can conserve it, but we can't destroy it. We can't create it, but we can store it and convert it to many other energies. For example, chemical energy. When you eat food, it adds the proteins, it breaks down all that energy chemicals. That means every single object, we can use our brains to form a green energy to attach to. So if I have an object over there, if I think hard enough, I can put it in my hand. Now, I know you guys are like, yeah, bullshit. But anything's possible if you put your mind to it and don't say no, because how do you think Albert Einstein came up with all his crazy inventions? And they actually turned out, some of them actually work, like the gravity, I think, recently actually works. Yeah, I know, LMAFO. You don't even know what I'm talking about, and I don't want to have time to spend to tell you guys. And what's so funny? What is so funny? It's not funny, and you already know where I'm headed. I mean, some people may not know, but I'm on the wrong track, I feel. That maybe sometimes people just need to learn to stop and think about their life choices and make positive ones. Because a lot of people, whenever I approach them, don't even seem to do any of that. And they think of me as somebody who's just a douchebag right off the road. Like, no. I'm my own person. Now, when you look at me, it's not what my hair. Yeah, okay. Obviously, my hair is messed up. But still, that's not my point. My point is you need to stop and listen and look at what my life has been. Now, I'm no, you're going to be like, who fucking cares? I mean, some people will be like that, you know? Some people will say to me, yeah, who cares? I don't care. I mean, you guys don't have to care if you don't want to. You could just easily have left this broadcast whenever you wanted. I'm not holding you hostage just because you want to watch something that you don't want to. You can watch it if you want. But it's not my choice. It's your choice whether you want to watch the video or not. I'm the one just making it. I mean, yeah, cool. It's like a movie, right? You can't control the person's thoughts. It's already happened. But if it was possible to know what they're thinking in a movie, you know what the guy's thinking in a movie because they make it easier to... It's like that. Like, I'm a movie right now, and you guys are watching, trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about, the story that goes along, and some people will just come in the middle of the movie theater and just be like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, and then it's just what you gotta pick up, and you just gotta pick up where you left off. You know, if somebody else didn't enjoy it, maybe you ruined it for them. Maybe they had to get up and go to the bathroom. They missed a part. Fill them in. Like, I'm not going to be the one to always waste my time to fill in. It's going to be their job. Oh, like, when you missed a part of a movie. Hey, I was in the bathroom. What happened? Well, it's your problem, but it's easier for somebody else that knows about what happened to tell them instead of having the person that does not know anything about it to tell them, you know? If they don't care, why even bother to look? Well, I mean, why even buy the ticket to go to the movie? That's what I'm asking, you know? Like, why would you go to a movie if you knew you wouldn't like it? I mean, you could easily have gone to the trailer. If you want to learn about a movie, don't just say, oh, cool, a movie, I think it's cool. Look up about it. Maybe there's another trilogy or something like that about it. Read a book about it. Most of the times, books are related and based off of movies, which is usually the case. And if you look up how the movie is related to the book, like The Hunger Games, the reason that I understand The Hunger Games so much, if I were to watch the movie before the books, you wouldn't understand it fully. Because the books are way different in a way, but they're similar. They're really similar. But there's a little bit of twist, so it's like saying this. Okay, The Hunger Games out, but that has to be a book. So when you read a book, you want to read all this. It's like you got to read the books first. Because the books are the true story, but it's like this. It's like a movie is based off of a book, this true story. Like, the story in a book was based off of a true story in the movie. So a movie is basically the story in the book, but it was based off of a true story, meaning based off of a true fantasy, made-up story in a book. Now, why would you want to spend your time looking into that book just so you can, like, figure out what the movie's about, you know? It's like you can think of it, it's like you're playing the same game. You're playing the same film over and over in your life. You're repeating a lot of the same things, but you don't know what it is. But some things don't go your way, you know? Some things will bump you down, slow you down, boost you up. Some days you'll be good. Sometimes you'll wake up good. Sometimes you'll be like, yeah, I want to do this. Motivated, encouraged to go out there and do something for once. But some people are just like, I'm done. It's okay to be like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay not to be sad, happy. I mean, it's just how we express ourselves and be emotions. The emotions for me are hard, you know? I haven't checked my phone because I don't want that to be a distraction, you know? I gotta do certain things that I don't want myself to be distracted so I can focus and stay on the right track. Now, for you guys, this is not your life. I mean, this is your life, but it's mine too. I'm part of this bubble. I'm part of this whole circle. It's like, this is only one portion. Now, imagine all the people that are out there, starving, that don't even have food, you know? I understand, but doesn't mean you have to say the meanest shit about me just because I live in a house where, oh yeah, well, you should appreciate what you have. You know, fucking, what am I doing? I'm appreciating that I have access to this, that I can broadcast, that one day maybe there will people be like, wow, we used to broadcast on YouNow. Think of it 30 years in the future, that we won't even have this, and many people would wanted this kind of thing. That you kind of have to think that way, you know? I mean, it is true. Yeah, I know. But the thing is, it's retarded, like, you know? How people think, how people act immaturely to the extent where it just gets out of control. In school, in class, it's annoying. I don't even know how to express people's thoughts and how to even get them across when I'm talking to them on text. Why don't you fucking go on video? Like, why are you so scared? Like, you know, and I know I ramble on a lot. It's just a problem I have because I have Asperger's. And yeah, go ahead, make fun of me, but it's something I'm born with, and it's not my problem. It is my problem, but it wasn't my choice. I had it because I wasn't able to disable that. It just goes along with whatever you want. But like, everybody's different in their own way, and that's what I'm trying to get at. You all are unique. We all are special in our own kind. And wow, that fucking sucks. I just like dropped. Okay. Now, I've just really been, I don't know anymore, guys. There's a lot of things that have been going on. A lot of shit that it's like the time of my life where I actually find it difficult. And yes, I really would always say life is easy. When you get older, it's not gonna get easy. When you get into high school, once you start realizing what you want to do in life, like right now. When I was littler, I had no idea. I was having fun. I didn't care about college. All I wanted to know about was being a little kid, being a part of that circle. Now I'm a part of a bigger, more mature circle where you have to learn to maintain yourself, that you can't just do certain things like you did when you were little, you know? You gotta do things for your own benefit to help out others too. You can't just make it all for yourself. If you see somebody needing help, you should help them. Many people will fucking mock you for that. Because it's like, if you were there, if you were that person and you fell, would you just look at somebody and be like, help me? And they'll be like, nope, bye. That's rude. And you could actually, I think that you can have some, like, you can't just expect, oh, because I'm an adult, I can just do whatever the fuck I want. I have rights that an adult
do. But it's just knowing how to cope with others is really hard when another person disagrees. And if nobody understands me, I mean, I don't know how to understand me anymore. If this person is arguing with me, they used to understand whatever the fuck I said. But I was just like them one day. And they're turning into somebody that I'm going to be one day that I'm not going to want to be going back to. Now, I don't know half the time what I'm talking about sometimes. And it's like hard. Like, you just say what you have to say. You know, sometimes words just spill out. Now, that's good. I want to let the world know everything that I want to talk about. That I don't care how long this broadcast is, how many likes it gets. Okay, good. I know that I got some positive feedback from people. I got dislikes, and it's going to happen. There's not going to be always a fair judgment of something. There's always going to be that, oh no, yes. You know what I mean? There's no one always going to agree that an orange is orange because it's colored like that. Or maybe they'll say, oh, maybe his shirt is like this because it was embroidered with a certain black. Like, this could have been 2 different shades of gray. That was a movie, quote. I think it was a book too. I don't know how that came out. This is what I mean. Like, you gotta look out for that. When you say stuff, you can't just say it without proper usage. Quotations. Because if I say that, like, it's like 50 Shades of Grey. What am I referencing to here? I have to give an example. Now, this is gray, and this is technically grayish white. This is dark whitish gray. This is more like beige, and this is more like gray. Gray is black, black is gray, gray is white. It's the same shit, just lightened up a little bit, And I know I should have put this as hashtag YouTuber art, but I literally didn't think of that. Now, I got locked out of Kick for once. Fucking damn it. Okay. I am sick and tired of these conversations on Ubu, first of all, guys. I'm getting really ticked. I am so fucking done. I am so done with the piece of shits that have to deal with my life, that hate me for something I don't want to. Guys, it really hurts me. And my girlfriend's not going to answer her phone because she doesn't care. See, like, watch. My girlfriend will probably not even answer, because she's... No, I hate that, when you end the call and it says connecting when you just ended it because you thought they weren't going to connect, No response, fuck it. So, you know what? I'm gonna make that decision, guys. So, I'm gonna say something that, I don't want to really say, but sometimes it's going to happen to the point where I don't like it. Sometimes people are just going to make those choices. And my opinion is my opinion. I don't want to fucking interfere with yours. So, for me, I don't know. Like, babe, turn on your camera. See, she's not even going to turn on her camera.
Who are you talking to?
You!
No, you just said see she isn't answering.
I'm talking to you now.
With who?
Nobody. Other viewers that are listening.
Okay, BRB.
No! Really? Why are you saying BRB? What's wrong? See, this is what I mean, guys. Like, people will just fucking, like, say be right back and assume things. Like, this is why I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. This is why I'm leaving you now. Part of the reason is because nobody really understands what I'm saying, because I think a lot of people will think I'm fucking psychotic or some shit. Which I actually am becoming a lot of that now. And I have to get a bunch of diagnoses for all that shit now. So, yeah, go ahead. Say it's my fucking fault. It's not. Alright? You know who are the people who did that? You guys. You guys put me in a space where I don't want to be sometimes. And sometimes you guys can be complete douchebags. To be honest. Sometimes I hate it. Babe, turn on your camera, really. I feel like I'm excluding you. Turn on your camera. Come on, babe. Don't you dare turn off your camera and be like that stupid gay-ass Bella girl. Look at that. She fucking leaves the call. Look at this shit. Turn on your camera. Babe, really, turn on your camera now.
It won't go on.
Yes, it will. Don't play that game with me. You're doing something that I don't want to see, that's why. Probably fucking somebody.